guys, how y'all doing today? Hope y'all doing well. I really do. I want to tell you guys a little story here. Hopefully my audio's good with my mic connected here. Actually, I want to tell you two stories. First story being, I woke up this morning probably around 3 a.m. And because the time is changing, or the time's not changing, we're about to go into daylight savings time or out of daylight savings time. Either way, we're going to change the time on our clocks here soon. And so when I wake up, I'm not really able to tell what time it is like I used to be based on the sunlight. So it's still dark normally when I wake up. So before, if I woke up and it was starting to get light, then I would have an idea what time it was. But now I can't tell. So I didn't know it was 3 a.m. when I woke up. But either way, I couldn't sleep for a variety of reasons, mainly because of what goes on up here, but also because I didn't really feel good. So my stomach was hurting, and I think that was tied to what we ate before bed, ate later, and what we ate before bed. So my stomach feels better now. And but the other one was my shoulder. It hurts really bad. And it hurts like I pulled something or whatever. And that is pretty much how I can tell that I'm getting older, I think. Where basic movements can cause pain. So last night, I think I got up off the couch wrong to go walk the dog and tweak my shoulder. So now, like, it's fine right now, but if certain movements, it's excruciating. So I try not to move too much. And more than likely, a day or two, it'll go away. It's just kind of how it is. I'm used to it because it was actually when I was lifting pretty heavy in the gym, usually on shoulder day is when I would pull something and then it would just be like, it would be bad for like a few days. It was like kind of par for the course. Like I knew it was going to happen. And you try to sleep a certain way or icy hot and just pray for the best. But either way, I woke up this morning in some pretty serious pain, but waking up at 3 a.m. just also because of what goes on up here, I just immediately started getting back to work. And it was actually really, really good because there was no distractions. I think being in the darker environment just kind of changed my mood. And I was able to do a lot of research on some things that interest me. One of them ended up being Midjourney, which is an AI tool, which I will be using in future videos that you probably won't even know I used, but you may see it in a video. So Midjourney is one, and Adobe Photoshop Beta and Generative Fill, which is another AI tool that we will be using here soon. Again, you may not even know it, but for instance, the background that you see on this video is, in fact, my apartment, okay? And, there's various things behind me, whatever. One of the things behind me is actually this box here. And this box has been in a closet for over a year because I went and looked and double checked Amazon to see exactly when I ordered this. And I ordered this back in May of 2022. So here we are, October of 2023, and that box is still yet to be open. But in that box is something very cool. I would keep it a surprise, but it's not really that big a deal. It's a green screen. So in what I learned this morning, I started getting these ideas. And when Michelle woke up, Squirrel Tribe, as some of you may know her as, I shared some of these ideas with her and she was excited about them. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to begin to build out our studio, or at least her studio, but I say ours because we'll both end up using it. And with that, what you see behind me or behind her or behind us at any given time may actually be a product of the green screen. And images that we get online or off the internet that we will use and put into Final Cut Pro. And we will also be tying in the generative fill from Adobe Photoshop Beta and some of the Midjourney creations, which I think are going to be really, really cool. And the crazy part about this box is it was something that I knew we would need at some point in time, but I ordered it so long ago. But here we are today. And it's just like, sometimes I feel like you just got to do certain things, or at least begin to prepare for certain things, not necessarily knowing exactly when you're going to use or execute, right? Again, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And this isn't like a life or death scenario situation here. It's just a green screen. It's not a big deal. But the simple fact of the matter is that we do have it, and now we're ready to use it. And I think what the plan is going to be is I think I'm going to try to do a live stream over on Squirrel Tribe Life where we install it. I think that would be fun. I think it would be cool. And maybe, show some people how to answer some questions or whatever. And then from there, collectively, there's that pain right there. Collectively on this journey together, you can see how the studio transforms and how videos are created and how content is made and how we just have fun with it, basically. It's pretty much the goal here. So that box later today will be opened finally after over a year. Fingers crossed everything works out well, because I'll be way outside of my return policy with Amazon. So about that. The listing has even changed, and it's not even the same product anymore if you go to it, which is actually like smart somewhat on the seller's part, because they retained all their customer feedback and reviews, but they slightly changed the product so that the new product ranks up higher in Amazon search and sales. It's not necessarily true and accurate, but it's a business strategy and they chose to use it. So, hey, it is what it is. But with that being said, we are working to continuously grow and evolve in ourselves and our businesses and the content that we create and the stories we tell and the conversations we have and the people that we engage with, the viewers that watch, the subscribers that choose to subscribe, the members that join us on Patreon, all of those things. And, I don't think that you have to go over the top with tech and special effects, but you can definitely be as creative as you want to be. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, sometimes some of the most creative things that I even notice and see are some of the least creative things. Basically trying to do as little as possible to do as much as possible, which it's like a super minimalistic approach to content creation, but it really allows the talent, the creator, to express themselves in a way that highlights their strongest traits, basically. Whereas if you're a great singer, you don't need anything else but your voice, maybe a microphone. If you're a great guitar player, you don't need anything else but a guitar, maybe a way for it to plug into an amplifier or some other way of transferring the sound clearly to your audience. You don't have to distract them, the viewers, the listeners, with anything besides those talents that you possess, basically. But with that being said, the rest of it to me is just fun. It's fun for the audience. It's fun for the creator. I've seen people succeed in a variety of different ways from all different ends of the spectrum. I'm gonna have to use one hand to describe the spectrum because two hands is tough. So all different ends of the spectrum, from, you know, the simplest and easiest to the most elaborate and crazy expensive. There's no real guarantee or set format that is, you know, automatically going to win and automatically going to produce. But it just comes down to you. It comes down to you trying and testing and expanding and, you know, ultimately creating what you want to create, being what you create, and enjoying what you create. Creating something that you want to watch, creating something that you want people to want to watch or consume or ingest or share with others organically. And it's funny because I was watching Nate Black a little bit this morning, doing a little bit of research, and I watched one of his older videos where he analyzed shorts on YouTube, and he actually created a scale of all different, you know, there were 60 data points on this first scale that was trying to narrow down the most optimum length of a short for possibility and chances of virality. And interestingly enough, 13 seconds and 60 seconds were the two most likely, based on his research, time frames or short video lengths to get the most views. And when I look at the scale, I'm thinking, okay, well, these are good tests. This is good data. These are good results. But every other of the 58 other short video lengths in their own right were also good. Like, okay, well, second or third place was like 14 seconds. Fourth place was 59 seconds. It's like, okay, I didn't make a 60-second short, but I made a 59-second short. Well, you're still probably going to do pretty well. But it also comes down to the content and the strategy and your target audience and different things like that. But also, even still, with the lowest producers of views, what really matters most is who watched it. What did it do for the viewer? How did it make the viewer feel? And then what were the actions taken by the viewer after they watched it? So I try not to look just at the big picture, because if we really start to drill down and narrow it down and really start to analyze, like, well, what really happened and what was the goal and what was the outcome really? And, you know, I think we can use this and apply this, and not just content creation and making videos or content for social media, but just in life in general. So it's like, all right, I want to improve my relationship with my significant other. So let's just not look at it as a big picture as, well, a week's gone by and we're not the best. We're not madly in love, like, you know, whatever. But if we could look at it and say, well, let's see what actually happened. We started holding hands more. We started hugging more. We started telling each other how we feel. These are smaller results. These are smaller indications of success along the way of reaching the big picture. And it could be in any aspect of life. But either way, if you guys want to check out the live stream, make sure you come on over to Scroll Tribe Life. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out the shorts I'm going to put them on this channel too. I'll see you guys soon.